Hey, hi-ho, and howdy, everyone. My name is Shannon Olsh. You squeaky chair, you're new. Don't be so squeaky. Anyway, hey, hi-ho, and howdy, everybody. My name is Shannon Olsh, and welcome yet again to another episode of the Worthy Grisaia. I don't remember, actually, what episode it is. I haven't been paying attention. I didn't realize what time. What time? What time is it? It's about 3:16 in the morn. So saith myself. What episode are we on, anyway? Can I look at this without it, taking a bajillion years because my internet sucks. Anyway, we are here for another episode of the Worthy Grisaia. I'm recording this right after the last one, as you can tell by the fact I got the same goddamn shirt on. We have 555 subscribers. That's neat. That's super neat. But anyway, you guys know. That's weird. I've never seen that say that before. Anyway. You guys know what the situation is. Oh, we're on 55 now. Nice. We're at 55 when we have 555 subscribers. That's fucking creepy. That's the mark of the demon. That's what that is. So, I mean, some sort of dark wizard curses. All the planets have aligned and fucking some dark lord is about to be summoned. Anyway. Yeah, so 55. Anyway, I just got back done from the last one. I wanted to jump back into this, because I want to make sure we got 2 episodes out this week, and I want to know more about Michiru, because I love Michiru. No points for guessing that one. I definitely have never said it before in my entire time playing this game. But, yeah, man. I really didn't like that towards the end there. I was having a pretty good time. And that got a little too real. And anytime anything is mildly up with Michiru, I'm like, I don't like this. This sucks. Hate this game. I love it. It's fantastic. But I don't like it makes me feel sometimes. Wouldn't be so bad if I didn't fucking like Michiru as much as I do. But again, she's like my favorite thing. Period. So like, I don't know, it's an issue. Anyway, I'm not going to go too much into on the channel stuff this time around because I went through all that last time for a solid minute, and nothing has really changed. Again, Bloom Into You is the one I decided on. School Live will be starting up here in a bit, and then after that, we're going to slow down our reactions as a whole overall so that I can get into more VA stuff, and so that we can get into more gaming content on the channel because I want that a lot in my mouth, put it in there, let me suck on it real tender like it was a Michiru. I don't give a damn what part. Toes? Nose? The breastises? If Michiru had a dick, I wouldn't give a fuck. Anyway, point is, it's hard to make jokes. Anyway. Yeah, so we're just going to keep going on after this. Anyway, that's all that. I don't think there's anything else I have to say. I'm going to try and get more recorded this week, because I would love to start Your Lie in April, since we did finish up Bunny Girl Senpai, and I'd like to get that out a week early just to give it some extra love, and I want to continue on with Aramanga Sensei, and then with the normal stuff, and then very, very soon we're almost about to finish Steins Gate. And I know I want to do the last 2 episodes together, just because I think that'd be a nice way to finish it off, and I like doing little binge watches for the end of series. So that's the plan, I think. Beyond that, I don't have anything else to say, so we're just going to get into this, because I want to see how right I am about the Michiru thing. By that I mean I don't want to see it, but I want to know, but I just don't want her to be upset, man. I don't like it. I don't like sad Michiru, ever. I don't like... all of it's upsetting. Anyway. If you don't know what happened in the last episode, how about you go watch it with your eyes? Anyway. As instructed, I immediately make my way to the empty... Am I recording? Good. Thank fuck. As instructed, I immediately make my way to the empty school building. Maybe now I'll finally get some real answers about what's going on with my erratic young friend. Heyo. Also, I'd like to point out, not a huge fan of this song. It's great, don't worry about it. Don't like how it's always used to describe some slightly upsetting moments. So You can just not do that to me. That'd be fantastic. It's like when you play Kata with Shoujo and you distinctly figure out whenever like one specific song comes, you're like, oh, that's the bad song. That's the song of, ooh, that's not good. The song of the bad times is set in. Even as I'm settling in to wait, the door slides silently open, and the girl in question enters. Michiru folds her arms, and slowly, silently approaches me. She appears to be sizing me up somehow. Rather than taking a chair, she lowers herself onto a desk in front of me. We're at point-blank range, but she still hasn't said a word. Hey, sweetheart. How you doing? The sweetest of peas. What's up, man? Well, no point in waiting till the sun goes down. Instead of easing into the topic at hand, I try abruptly throwing her a bit of a fastball. Gonna explain yourself? The hell is that supposed to be? But as soon as the words leave my mouth, Michiru fires right back at an even more forceful tone of voice.
Yuji-kun, 君こそ説明してくれない?
I'm gonna let him handle the explanations. I don't know what to give you. I just want to see you happy. An explanation? Me?
そう、説明。なんであんなことしたの? もちろんあんなことってキスのことね。とぼけないでね。
It's difficult. Again, you were being difficult, and I don't fully understand how it works. Seems the girl is genuinely upset with me now, completely incomprehensible. I was expecting you to give me some sort of explanation, but instead, yet it's another lecture on responsibility.
その通り、責任です。君さ、本当に無神経だよね。
Just a little bit. Michiru rebukes me in a vaguely disgusted tone of voice, almost like a big sister lecturing her brat of a brother on how to use his chopsticks. This coming from you? If you want to criticize my manners, shouldn't you explain who you are first? The little body swapping routine just now wasn't half bad, but it's not gonna fool me. I assume you're aware of that.
私は私でしょ? 逆に聞くけど、君は誰?
Well, I'm me. Not sure how else to answer that.
でしょ? 自分で答えられないことを他人に聞くなんて馬鹿げて。
She's got a point. Can't hit her with a, well, I don't know how to answer that, and then expect her to somehow answer that better. Again with this, when I talk about the other Michiru, this always ends up getting lost in the fog, wandering straight off topic. But I'm not Alice, and this isn't the first time to be this isn't the time to be getting caught up in riddles. Okay, look, I've had enough of riddling. Just because you're perching on top of a desk doesn't mean you need to croak at me like a crow.
それ、どういう意味?
Doesn't mean anything. Listen, just answer the question, will you? That's the most basic rule of a coherent conversation.
ルールは破るためにある。
I mean, I approve of the rebellious attitude. You'd make a great phantom thief. But I'm just saying, some of them are meant to be there for a good reason. Some people feel that way, but it's hard to have a fair match without them. Here and now, for the purpose of this discussion, I think the two of us should be on even footing.
そうね。そうかもしれない。では、たった今から君のルールに従います。
It's so weird seeing her smile, like with the adorable little cat smile. But with her completely different tone. It's weird. Michiru imitates putting her hand on a Bible as she speaks. Hopefully this means we're going to get somewhere. She's kind of sassy as fuck too. Again, I don't know if it's more she's more monotone and kind of like emotionless, or if she's just really sassy. I can't fully nail it down. Good. Rule number 1. First only rule. Truthfully answer the following question. Who the fuck is you?
だからさっきも言ったでしょ? 私は私。
Again, I mean, she's not wrong. I mean, you're definitely Michiru, but you're not the Michiru I know. Listen, I don't need any more banter. Just give me a yes or no question, or a yes or no answer. Are you Michiru? Michiru heaves a deep sigh and hops down lightly from the desk. After a moment of silence, she shrugs her shoulders expressively, silently communicating the words, "You really are clueless, aren't you?" ねえ、
世の中はイエスとノーだけじゃ返事できない問題がたくさんある。例えば、1+1は? イエスかノーじゃ答えられな
Yeah,
い。
it's more
これは謎
complicated
解き
than
じゃ
that,
ない。
man.
構造の
She
問
is
題。
Michiru. She's not lying to you. It's just more complicated than that. You're
もち
trying
ろ
to
ん
oversimplify it.
あなたが好きそうな二進法に変換したらイエスノーイエスノーイエスノーの羅列で表現できるかもしれないけど、でも
Motherfuck, goddamn it, she talks so slow, so I miss it a lot of the time. Pushing out her lips in a mild pout, she continues with a clear tinge of displeasure in her voice.
やぼったい。それもとびっきりね。
Well, that's so. This is a problem. Seems the two of us are communicationally incompatible.
それじゃあ君の話は終わりかな。今度は私の話を聞いて。
I lower myself into a chair and lean back in my listening pose. Sadly, I can't help but admit it, but we're firmly in the Wonderland territory here. Seems I have no choice but to play by her rules. Shame we don't have any tea. Sure your story is worth savoring at length.
大丈夫。時間は取らせない。っていうか、時間がないのよ。おっと。茶化さないでね。本当に時間がないんだから。そして、これは大問題なのよ。
After thinking for a while, Michiru clears her throat with a little cough. I get the impression the girl just brushed away the conversation to this point like so many errant particles of dust.
まず、この子はひどく動揺してる。さっきの何？あんなこと初めて。原因はもちろん君。わかるでしょ？
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
そして今日のことも深く彼女を傷つけることになる。これは君が思ってるよりもずっとシリアスに彼女を傷つける。
Because again, then it comes back to feeling more multiple personality. Or if it's more a thing. Again, it kind of comes back down to that unintentional fake situation. Or maybe it is vice versa. Maybe that is the other Michiru, really. And this is the version she uses to counter it. I don't know. Whatever it is, I don't like it. It's sad. And I don't... Because either way, Michiru is upset. It doesn't matter which... It could be literally any of the 20 goddamn possibilities. And all of them end with Michiru having a bad time. And I don't like that.
だから君には責任を取ってほしいの。簡単に言うと慰めてほしい。
Because I can't tell if it's her being more like... I can't tell if it's more she's distancing herself and taking her kind of self out of her own body in a way. Or if it, again, is just a different person who just also happens to be Michiru. Comfort? You want me to pet your head? Then? Or maybe I should get a big stuffed animal, put some candy in a stocking, drop down the chimney at Christmas?
だから茶化さないで。明日の朝この子の部屋に来て、それから慰めて、とっても優しく、とっても紳士的に。
I do gotta say though, played Kata with Shoujo, and you gotta be very specific what you mean when you say comfort, because otherwise you can make a terrible, terrible mistake. Comfort me like a gentleman. Can't say I've ever heard anyone make a request like that on their own behalf before. People drop hints, but outright telling someone I'm weak, comfort me is more than a little usual. Will that prevent any future
あ
problems?
る程度はね。でも君がこの子にキスした時点で、それは始まってしまったのよ。
Hold on, you're making this out to be my fault, but you're the one who started this.
そうね、確かにそう。でも私と違ってこの子は純粋なの。 もちろん私だってそこそこ純粋よ。でもこの子はそれとは比べ物にならないの。
Because yeah, when she asked for it,
あのキスで
I mean, she was again very much specifically asking for it, whereas the other one wasn't really. She just wanted to know what the fuck he was talking about. But again, Yuji can't really piece that together, or he couldn't at the time at least, so it's just like, well, fuck it, here you go. Sure, you did it before, why would it be different now? Michiru hesitates for a moment, but apparently decides that there's no use in hiding it. She fires off the words as if eager to get them off her tongue.
君のことを好きになったのよ。単純だって笑わないでね。だって生まれて初めてのキスをしたのよ。それで普通でいろって方が難しいんじゃない？
Because again, with that, the potentially more like out of body sort of thing. Again, she's talking more in third person as if that other one is just a complete different person. Like she's this, she's that. She did this thing for her, that sort of thing. But that also, again, I don't understand. My brain is too dumb for this. My brain is too dumb for this woman who was supposed to be the dumbest person ever, and I don't get it. Even when it's not her being necessarily smart, it's still making me feel dumb. Oh, fuck. If you say so. Quite a few, actually. There's a whole mountain of things I don't understand. But I don't trust this hitting wall to return my volleys properly. Lob a tennis ball at her, you might as well get a watermelon flying back at you. No, not for you at least. I suppose I'll ask the girl herself tomorrow. Seems like that'll be the faster way.
それならそれで構わない。でもあくまで。
A gentleman?
わかってるじゃない。君って堅物だけど、飲み込みは早いのね。
And again, also she talks about it in the she's fallen for you. She cares in that way. And it's more like this one just doesn't get that. Like, I don't fucking feel that at all. It also seems why like she didn't give a fuck about the kiss when they were kissing. It was just like, I'm fucking here. I don't know what this really even. I don't get it. And it seems much more like she just feels like she has to protect the other one because she cares, but she don't. Baby girl, I don't understand. I want to so bad. I so bad want to get my fucking handle on this to get you. But fuck me if you're not just so impossible to understand. Fuck if it doesn't make you interesting. Say that. Because I want to try. I really do. Again, I'm sure for a lot of other people it can be very much a thing where that would take away from your enjoyment of that character or something like that. But I don't get that at all. She was my favorite before, and she's still my favorite now. I just am less understanding of her. The conversation apparently concluded. Michiru waves her hand vaguely in my general direction.
あまり四角ばらないでね。はい、これあげる。まったく、あんな数、どうしろっていうのよ。
It's interesting how they slightly change up the font a little bit whenever. Yeah. Leaving a single model car behind on top of the desk, Michiru strides out of the classroom. It's like something out of a mystery novel, completely beyond me. I'm a spectator on this ride and the windows are opaque. I was hoping to get it. That is some fucking poetry, Jesus. Sorry, I was fucking tasty, my boy. I was hoping to get a handle on the situation, but it's impossible. I feel like reading some escapist novel right now. I mean, I really want to fucking know. The only thing I want to be able to do at the moment is... Oh, for fuck's sake. Jesus, I'm so sorry. The only thing I want to do at the moment is to collect my thoughts without the risk of being disturbed, which means, I guess I go for a little run. With a small sigh, I quietly closed the story of a girl named Michiru, placing a bookmark between today and tomorrow. God damn. Alright, let's keep going, I guess. It's only 20 minutes. So, it's only 17 minutes of actual video? Alright. Some things are inevitable. The carefully wrapped present you hand to a child never comes back in one piece. There's no night without a dawn. The wrapping paper gets torn to shreds and the sun rises. That's the way the world works. The girl who wasn't the girl told me to come to her room in the morning. A lot about this strikes me as strange, but at the moment I want to get this situation resolved. Time enough to pick up the details later. Although getting up at 5 in the morning is perfectly routine for me, I understand that this is something of an outlier among my age group in this regard. Therefore, I have decided to take care of my normal morning run and shower off my sweat before paying a visit. It's probably a good idea. You get yourself a little cleaned up. Never hurts. Once I'm clean and dressed, I pull out my mental bookmark between... I've wedged between two slices of time, making my way to Michiru's room to pick up the story where I left off. Well, I'm here at least, so that's step... Well, I'm here at least. Nailed it. So that's step one. But now, how exactly am I supposed to make my entrance? Most likely the Michiru on the other side of the door has no idea I'm coming. It's kind of what it feels like. It feels like the other one knows... Like, the other one kind of has a grasp of what the fuck's going on, but this one does not. Like, this one's kind of... Which is, again, kind of where it feels more like one is an unintentional fake. It's like she's specifically blocking out the other shit. And again, maybe that's why she doesn't... That other version doesn't have... Or at least seem to have feelings for Yuji. Because it isn't... That other version isn't there to feel, it's there to protect the real me. It's so fucking confused. I'm just at least glad that I'm giving my thoughts. Again, I don't want anyone to fucking tell me, but just I feel better you guys knowing at least what's going on in my fucking head, because I sure as fuck don't know what's going on in this one. I pause for a moment trying to think of a decent opening line, but soon enough I shake my head and reach out for the doorknob, thinking it isn't going to help now. Too many unknowns. Whatever happens, happens. Yo, baby girl, you awake? How you doing, sunshine of my life? Perfect little angel. I think you're fantastic. How you doing? Hopefully you doing well. I don't want to see you sad no more. I wait patiently for a response, but as expected, there's no answer. Guess I'll have to make the first move. Break down the fucking door. I'm coming in. If that's the problem, you can tell me why inside. Also, please be safe. It's gonna be real weird if I have to do some shit. It's unlocked, so my forcible entrance poses no particular difficulties. I don't like the fact that it's dark. As I quietly close the door behind me, something stirs slowly in the darkness. For one strange moment, it feels as if the room itself is breathing. That's creepy. Fortunately, there's a bit of sunlight leaking through the gaps in the blinds, so my eyes begin to adjust. It's still gloomy in here, but not enough to pose any real issues. Spent a long time in the Reset your dumb brain. I spent long enough in the darkness where I couldn't tell the difference between having my eyes open and shut. This dimness isn't a problem by comparison. The cloying scent of cheap candy and imported fabric softener hangs in the air, thick as tobacco smoke. Hopefully at least it smells better. What? Hidden inside the stronger smells, I also pick up a faint hint of ammonia, probably a major component of that witch's brew the girl slathers in hair. I'm really glad that's what we think it is, and not like she just pisses on the floor. I'm really glad that's not where we're going with it. The man's. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it's the boy Kyle, the superest duperest little dude you've ever seen. Look at him and his fluffy little ears. They're not very fluffy, but I don't give a damn. I have the eyes of a scared man. Can you see this shit? Cause I can't, cause it's real dark. Huge Meister General, you must comfort the muffin. What if there's actually 3 personalities and one of them is the man's Kyle? That would be weird and not make any sense, but you know what, I'm gonna say it anyway. What? Cal, stay beautiful, my boy. Oh, thank you, Mr. Shannon, sir. You're turning into bento. Never mind. All right, let's move on. Sup, little boy? That sounds weird. Sup, little boy? Little man is less creepy than a little boy. I'm startled by the sudden warmth of a living creature coiling itself around my legs. It's the cat Michiru has been doting on lately. Seems to remember her claiming it wasn't a pet, but if it's hanging around a room, that seems implausible. Fucking Kyle. I love you, boy. Hey there, Kyle. Where's Michiru? Oh. He hates you. The cat reacts to my voice by pattering off on its tiny paws and hiding in the bed. Seems it doesn't like me too much, or he's telling you where the girl is, my boy. From the little above where the cat vanished, a somewhat surly human voice addresses me. Oh, yeah, he's Kyle. We established this. Is that blanket blob you, Michiru? Oh. God, I love you. I'm gonna open the curtains. I understand it might be easier to relax in the dark, but a little light should help you wake up. Oh, it's this one. I fucking love this one. I talked about it before, but there was like one or two, there's a few CGs over the time I've been spoiled on. Thankfully, most of them are pretty calm. This was actually one of the first. And my man's, the fella who recommended Grisaia to me in the first place, didn't even think about it the first time. Because, I want to say, it's because this was the first thing he ever saw about the game, and it was what made him want to play the game. So he eventually just, like, as soon as I was going to start, either as soon as I had just started it or just before I started, he showed it to me. And and then later on it went, oh shit, I did that? I wasn't supposed to do that. But yeah, no, so I have this on my wallpaper as one of my wallpapers. Because I fucking love it so much. Fucking love Michiru, man. I cannot express how much I love this fucking character. It's stupid. I can't explain why. I don't know. But I do. I really do. And I do not regret it for a second. Just wish it didn't hurt so much sometimes. It's even simple shit fucks me up when you care about a character that much. Michiru's sitting on the bed. Real quick, just let's get a look this. We got the man's Kyle being perfect. You got her being fucking perfect. Adorable little blanket hood. Fucking legs of a goddess. It's fucking perfect. Michiru's sitting on the bed, a blanket draped over her head. Bars. Her knees clutched to her chest. She's trembling visibly in some sort of traumatized Or maybe a child waiting anxiously for her parents who should have been home hours ago. Sweetie. Keeping a cat in the dorm, are we? Pretty bold. Can't say I entirely approve, though. Oh. Don't you fucking do it, Eyes. I'll take you out. I'll rip you all out. I almost bit my finger off earlier. I bought my eyes out, too. I don't know how that works, because that's not how teeth do. But I'll figure it out. As fucking complicated as you are, Michiru, there is one person out there who I know fucking understands me and my feelings towards you. And it's fucking Kyle. Fucking loves you, my man. Lady, man, woman. Perfect sunshine of my life. Beautiful. Love you. And he gets it. And that is why Kyle is the best of us. That is why he gets his own voice. That is why he is the superstar himself. Because he understands. That's what matters. You sound rather forlorn, my friend. Forget to put on your tsundere attitude this morning? Yeah, she says. I grab the back of a nearby chair and pull it up to the bed. Did you do it in like a like camp counselor, like, let me tell you about Jesus, sort of way, because if you didn't, I'm gonna be real disappointed. After briefly declaring I'm going to sit, I do so without waiting for Michiru's response, and then I try to scratch my nose because it's fucking with me, and then I hit the mic, and then everything is broken, and I am so very sad. It's true, she didn't. You ungentlemanly bastard. What was the one thing you said to her? Now that's more like it. Go on, give me the vinegar. Hit me with the salt. Oh, stop, eyes, stop it. Seriously, stop. I can't handle her smile, man. I can't fucking deal with it. I'm gonna need to get that one too. It's gonna be difficult trying to find which one I want to go with for the thumbnail. Well, that 2020 voice. You're really off your game. I'll be your audience. How about starting up your vocal warm-ups? If you like, we can restart the scene from the point where I entered the room. Do you like head pats? I am all about the head pats. And my fucking nose. But point is, I can do like a double. I'll get you and Kyle. I'll head pat myself, but with like the arm, because it's gonna be difficult because I don't got 3 hands. Got 3 legs though. It's a bad joke. Huge dick. I'm sorry. Anyway, go ahead. I suppose I could if someone told me to. Would that really make you happy? Oh. I don't give a damn how hollow it is, man. It makes you happy. Fucking anything, man. What a reprehensible woman. But if you want my kindness that badly, I suppose I can give it to you. Lean forward in the chair, reach out with one hand, and give Michiru. You did give her head pats. Head pats, man. That's the greatest thing in the world. Some people are like, I need sex. I need kisses. I need hand-holding. Fucking gross, by the way. Absolutely. Just, you horrible, atrocity-filled vermin. How could you even think about such terrible activity? You should be ashamed of yourself. God cries when you do it. But, head pats, man. It's where life is meant to be. Kindness. Not enough for you? Here, take a little extra. You ever a boop on the nose? A little pinch on the cheek. What is she, 3? Point is, well, it's boopable of noses. Well then, that should be enough for the moment. Gonna go back to the topic at hand. No need to prolong this, alright? So, can you just respond to the questions? Or you can just respond to the questions? Unless I'm completely off base, you're dragging around a serious problem of some sort. I'm not looking to pry, but whatever it is, it's creating headaches for me as well. I'm not particularly fond stumbling cluelessly through difficult situations. To put it simply, I don't like this. You want to explain your current condition? Can you do that for me? Oh, sweetie. I don't fucking like that. Come on, man. You didn't do anything wrong. It's just, I'm just fucking worried about you. Yuji's worried about himself half the time, but, man, I'm worried about you. I just want you happy. That's all, man. That's right. So you don't remember after all? Yeah, it really does again seem like the other one knows, but she doesn't. Those words Michiru let out. I need to get like a way to distinguish those two. Michiru 2, Electric Boogaloo. I don't know, it's just difficult trying to figure out how to, especially since I can't, like, it's harder for me to explain to just an audience that I'm talking to and stuff, so I don't know. I'll have to find out if we got a good name for fucking Mich 2. Maybe that is it, Michiru and Mich 2. Which one is Mich 2 though? I guess it would be the dull one. We'll find out. If that works for you, tell me. I'll do that from now on just so that I can keep them more separate. Yeah. Damn. those words, Michiru lets out a tremendously long sigh. Sounds something like a 10,000-year-old cat accidentally brushing his overlong whiskers against the moon. That, again, what is with your weird-ass poetry, my boy? For someone who's such a fucking weird, disconnected freak half the time, you're really pretty good at it. Nothing to apologize about. You can take it nice and slow, so just try to talk, alright? We got plenty of
いつ
time.
も暇さえあれば本を読んでるじゃない。その貴重な時間を邪魔していいの？
Oh. There's no time in this world more valuable than the time we spend with you, man. Come on. Not a problem. Don't sweat the small stuff right now, alright? Anyway, this happens to be exactly where I left my
こ
bookmark.
の場所？
Yeah, this is the start of the story, and you're the end. But I need you to talk if I'm ever gonna decipher it.
変なの。それって謎みたい。
Maybe, but in that case, you're the one who has the answer. I'll hear you out, Michiru, so talk to me. Just make sure to wake me up if I doze off from boredom. Tried sleep learning before, but it never really did much for me.
わかった。話する。
Sassy bastard. The cat in Michiru's arm suddenly gives a single meow. Taking that as her cue, the girl licks her lips and begins to speak.
うまく伝えられるかどうかわからないけど、覚えてないの。いろいろ。さっき
Fuck!
猫にその猫さんがこの部屋にいたっていうのも私が連れてきたんじゃないって言ったでしょ。
Do you just not remember doing it? Is that why?
勝手にいたの。ここまで来たのか、それとも私が連れてきたのに忘れてしまったのかわからないけど、本当に覚えてないのよ。
Again, I can't imagine going through that sort of thing, too. It'd just be fucking terrifying. You're just missing chunks of your life. And presumably it probably happens a fair bit. There's a deep wrinkle in Michiru's brow. She resembles a child trying to read a bulky encyclopedia. The girl doesn't seem to know quite where to begin. I don't fucking blame her.
いつからそうなったかははっきりと覚えてる。あの時から私は記憶が飛んじゃうようになったの。
Suppose that'd be where to start.
突然何もかもわからなくなって、気がつくと次の朝ってこともあった。例えばね、例えばよ。電車の中から外の風景を眺めていると、窓の向こうに何が見えるかわかるよね。覚えてないとしても、なんとなくわかる。でも私は真っ暗なトンネルに入ったみたいになって、一瞬で過ぎ去っていく景色も見えないの。
Again, because this sort of thing is going to kind of fuck with me too, because, again, I talked about it before in this and in Anohana, but that's the reason I am really fucking... I don't deal with the concept of death really well. Like, if it happens in a story or it happens in real life, it's a lot harder if it happens in real life, but if it happens in a story and it's just kind of, you can get past it, it hurts, but it doesn't affect me as much. But when I actually sit down and think about it, it's fucking horrifying to me, because that idea of not remembering things, that idea of not seeing things, not being able to think, not being able to do anything like that, that's what I imagine that's like, and that is one of the most horrifying things I can possibly fathom. It shouldn't be, but it absolutely is. It's why I'm so scared of dying, is because that idea to me is beyond horrifying, and that's like a small part of that is I imagine what she's... I mean, no, that's the same idea. Is the idea of being there and then suddenly not having any memory of that time when you weren't there. because you weren't there. You don't remember it. It never even happened. It's like it's like when I think back. It's again. I used the same comparison when I was talking about death the first time. When I was talking about death the first time, and I compared it to again, like, well, what was it like before you were born, or before you can remember? And that's the thing, is I don't know. It wasn't anything, and that's fucking terrifying. I don't like the idea of being nothing. And again, that's what that is to an extent. It's just small bursts of that throughout being alive. And that's horrifying to imagine. And I'm sure it's awful from her perspective, because I know it's the most horrifying thing I can personally think of for me. There's so many things that I am afraid of. Fucking afraid of snakes. Fucking afraid of heights. Afraid of all that shit, but all of it comes back. Like, there's only one thing that I can think of that I'm afraid of that isn't because it will kill me. It's just because it's fucking gross and horrifying. But I will never say it, because someone will use it against me as a weapon, because it's super fucking easy to do that. But like every other thing that I can think of that I'm afraid of, in the end it comes back to because it will kill me. Like being in cars and driving cars and automobiles in general. I'm terrified because I'm terrified I would die in it. I'm terrified of heights because I'm terrified I'm gonna fall and die. I'm terrified of, the things that I'm afraid of for those reasons, because in the end it leads to that. It leads to that nothing. And that's fucking horrifying to me. So what she's describing is the most terrifying thing I can fucking imagine. And I hate the idea that she's dealing with that. It's so unbelievably fucking upsetting. And again, it's the stupid thing, because it always bothers me when I talk about Michiru, because again, she's fictional, and I've never had the issue with, like, I've never been the person to be like, well, she's real to me. Like, she's fictional. She is. It's a shame, but she is. That's just how life is. And I don't have any issues, with that sort of thing. I don't have any issue separating fiction and reality. I've never had that issue. I do, however, get immeasurably fucking emotionally invested in fiction. Not because I think it's real, because it feels real. And that's all that matters. That feeling is what matters, not the fact in that case. So I take it very seriously, and I care a lot. So seeing, again, my favorite thing, period, favorite person, dealing with the thing that scares me the most in the entire world is so fucking upsetting. I cannot express to you. I really, really hate that. I hate seeing her upset in general, but I don't know. Hearing that and just taking the time to, again, it's a thing where if she didn't take the time here to sit and discuss it, I probably wouldn't think about it. But when I actually sit to think about it, when I actually hear it, that's when it kicks in. It's the same way with, I was wigging out about it, about the death thing earlier when we were talking to her, or when it came up and I had the discussion in Anohana. It's when I actually take the time to think about it that it really fucks me up. And I hate seeing her go through that. Again, it's not actual death, but it's enough of it that it really...
それで気がつくと長いトンネルを抜けて、その先が雪国だったらまだマシ。綺麗さっぱり、何も覚えてない状態で翌朝になってる。
So your memory's been skipping? Okay, well then let me ask a more precise question. Do you remember what happened yesterday?
部分的にはね、ちゃんと覚えてるわよ。ランドリーでみんなと話してて、それでユージがいたから緊張して、すごく胸が苦しくなって、そ それでなんだか頭の中が熱くなって、私多分誰かに怒鳴っちゃった気がする。途端に大きな氷柱を飲み込んだみたいに気持ちがすっきりして、でもそれから後のことは覚えてない。気がついたら猫ニャンがいて、ベッドの上で私は泣いてた。
God, I hate that, man. Localized amnesia, is it? Is the girl herself aware of these gaps in her memory coincide with the emergence of another Michiru?
あの後どうなったの？私のことみんな怒ってる。
Oh man, they're just worried. No, there shouldn't be a problem. I don't think you need to worry about that.
バリ
They just want to care about you, man. Biting her lower lip, Michiru mumbles a single word. It falls out of her mouth with a dull thunk of a sizable rock hitting the floor. Again? What is that supposed to mean?
その嫌いにならないでね。あ、いや、いつもそうなの。私が覚えてないとき、何か嫌なことが起こっているんじゃないかって思うんだけど、全然そんなことないの。
And again, it's stuff like this that really, I think it lends more towards that, you know, the other Michiru, Mich 2. It lends to that being a defensive mechanism of some sort. She's so terrified that something's going to go wrong. She's hurting. She's getting fucking panic attacks. She's freaking out. She can't handle it. And so she swaps to the other one, and then that handles it. It either fakes, that other one either fakes her way through everything, and she can focus on caring about, you know, because she knows she's hurting and she needs something to care for her, but she can't do it herself. So she makes, again, I don't think, not intentionally, but she makes in the back of her mind something else to come and do that for her. Or at least to bear the brunt of the issue. And like she said, most of the time she's losing it and she can't handle it. But then it sounds like by the time she gets out of it, she just realized that the thing that she was freaking out about maybe wasn't as big an issue in the first place. Or the other version of her is what's trying to help alleviate the situation. No.
むしろ問題が解決していたり、以前より物事が順調な方向に向かったり。
And yes, the thing is, like, I'm sure some of it is just it's not being a big issue and is big an issue in the first place, and it's her just not being able to handle it and overreacting to a certain extent. Overreacting feels diminishing, and I don't want to do that. But also then to the other extent is when other Michiru takes over, when Mich 2 takes over, her thing is to play damage control in a way. So I think that's kind of where I'm thinking. Again, it is a multiple personality sort of thing, but I think it stems from her being just terrified and not being able to handle herself. So she unintentionally invented this other version of her to come in and bear the brunt and to deal with it and to care for her because she knows she needs it. I don't know. At least that's where I think I fall on it. That's what it sounds a lot like anyway. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I like that she's caring for herself, even if it's in this not great way. But I don't want her to have to do that. Not turning her head, Michiru flicks her eyes over for a furtive glance at me. After confirming that my expression hasn't changed dramatically, she gives a small sigh and resumes her story.
昨日も同じ。私が何か失敗をしても丸く収まってる。だから余計にどうしていいかわからない。ねえユージ、私何をしたの？
I wouldn't worry too much. Your memory's probably just a little confused. I guess the situation was overwhelming, so you had to flip a mental switch to deal with it. Yeah, again, that's what it sounds like. Again, like, I feel like something just recently. I think it was Bunny Girl. I think it was Bunny Girl that they had the discussion of the idea of basically just blocking out your memory and just killing off parts of yourself almost in a way. In that case, again, it was just the memory. That idea is like cutting it off so you don't have to deal with it, or so that something else can deal with it. Because it's just too much.
頭を切り替えるって。
Michiru reacts strongly at those words in particular. Maybe she does know after all? Well, I'm not a doctor, and you're not a patient. It's up to you how much you want to hear.
どういうこと？
I don't think that it's that difficult a sentence. Just kind of think it over. Michiru lowers her gaze to the floor, staring at the carpet as if looking for words she dropped earlier. But soon enough, she abandons the search and closes her eyes in apparent resignation.
ユージ、全部言ってみて。
Alright. Immediately after you screamed, the...
で、握ってもいい？
I guess. I don't really mind. Michiru timidly reaches out to me, her small hand, damp with sweat, trembles like a sick songbird.
それで。
Immediately after you screamed in the laundry, the other...
ちょっと待って。もうちょっと近づいてもいい？
You go over there and just hold her like she's holding Kyle. Fuck. I guess I don't really mind. Michiru sidles across the bed toward me. As she draws near, the fingers of her hand intertwine their way between mine. Can I continue now? Immediately after you screamed...
ごめん。さ。
What now?
ギュッてしていい？
I'm not familiar with that verb. Request clarification. I cannot determine what you're referring to from that word alone. I am unable to answer. Michiru pulls away for a moment, leans over, wraps her arms around me, keeping her eyes averted the whole way. She's squeezing pretty forcefully, almost like a child clutching a giant stuffed animal for reassurance. Seems a slightly academic question at this point. You already are. I guess. I don't really mind. This little scene must look something like a large tree nearly ready to fall, being supported from the side by a lumberjack. A little ironic, since Michiru is clearly the one who needs propped up right now. Alright. This time I'm gonna finish this sentence. Immediately after... Damn it, man. What do you mean? Alright, in that case, can you let go of me now? She's such a fucking sweetheart, man. And again, I don't like her seeing her so fucking scared and upset and just in a bad way. Even as she speaks, Michiru buries her face against my chest. I can feel the area of her lips grow warm with every exhalation of breath. It's a little bit. It's one of the cutest fucking things I've ever heard in my life. So, to a certain extent, I'll allow it. Well, it's not especially inconvenient for me, so I don't really mind. Nothing to worry yourself about. The girl maintains her embrace on me for quite some time. My thoughts drift back to the enigmatic other Michiru. What was that? Starting to hate this fucking game. Let's tell you that much. Hey, why would I? Where is this coming from? It doesn't matter if you're not normal. You're fucking Michiru, man. Again, for me, it fits into the thing that I was saying before. Again, she was my favorite, flat out, of everything. All characters ever. Get fucked. Sorry. Even Ichigo, I love you dearly. You're top, you're top, you're top. But like, she's my favorite, flat out. And this did not change that in any way. At all. It made it difficult, and it made it more interesting, and it made it some upsetting shit. But it didn't change that in any way. Nor do I think it ever should have. Again, she's more complicated. But that doesn't mean she's not Michiru. And it definitely sure as fuck don't mean she's a bad person or that she doesn't deserve any love. Fuck, she deserves all the goddamn love in the world because she needs a little extra. I mean, certainly not what you'd call typical, but honestly, I don't view it as a major problem. Yeah, because that ain't what matters, man. Yeah, I'm not sure why anyone would dislike you over something like that. And in the first place, no one will call me normal either, you know. I'm aware of that. It's true. Yuji is a fucking weirdo. Again, probably with very legitimate reasons. But still. Yep. That's right. So don't worry about it. He's alright. I get that a lot. To be honest, I'm getting tired of hearing it. Oh, your room is so fucking little nice. You got a little catman. You got another big cat. You got a big old pupper. It's just a nice looking room, actually. Can I come hang out here all the time? It's great. Feel a little guilty to hear you say that. Because I didn't come here on my own initiative. So I've got another cat, a bun, and I'm pretty sure a goddamn Jigglypuff. Which means you know what's up. You know one of the best Pokemons ever. Wigglytuff fans for life. If you're out there, I know you are. Fucking goofy-ass bouncy balloon, bitch. It's fantastic. To be perfectly honest, Michiru, I came here because you told me to. She seems to be making an effort to hide it now, but Michiru is clearly still disturbed. Confusion and anxiety cross her face. Yeah, I'd imagine. Again, that's like, well, you told me to do this. I didn't do anything. I don't know what I did. It's fucking horrifying, man. Seems like this really is the one topic she wants to avoid above all others, but if we keep tiptoeing around it, we're never going to make any real progress. Again, that's gotta be so fucking horrifying. I don't blame her for a second that she doesn't want to deal with it. It's fucking terrifying. Oh, little man Kyle. The realest of boys. Watching the cat cuddle up against her leg, Michiru slowly continues to speak. It's okay, Michiru. We love you. Everybody do. That's why they're watching the Let's Play with the dude fellow who's kind of fat and ugly. It's got apparently a tiny head. It's fucking really pissing me off. But it doesn't matter, because he loves you, and I love you, and the audience loves you, and you're fantastic. And if there's anyone who does it, well, fuck them. I know they're out there, but fuck them. And they're great, but fuck them. That's right, I'm calling you out. You putting Michiru at the bottom of your list, sons of bitches. There's a couple of you out there, talk to you on the regular. I love you, but fucking dicks. Boy, it is fourth wall. Boy, it is. Fucking love you.
私は自分の知らない間に何が起こっているのかすごく怖いの。状況が悪くなってないからそれで構わない。
That scares me. Like again about the death. If I'm dead. The world's gonna continue on, and it's okay. It's okay if I don't even know about that. But again, the idea of not having anything is terrifying. The idea of not being able to think, not being able to go like, I like that Jigglypuff thing that she had on her little dresser thing. That was really cool. I wanted one of those. To not even be able to think that. It's terrifying to me. If I could just have that shit, just being able to think, it's all I would ever want. But yeah, I don't like it, man. Again. It's the worst kind of stuff for me personally, and seeing someone who's the best for me personally go through it is so fucking upsetting. I cannot deal with her when she has that face. I hate it. I really hate that.
自分が自分でなくなっちゃうような気がして怖いの。思い出せないことが多くなって知らないことが増えて私の世界がどんどん小さく狭くなって最後には私は自分でなくなるそういうのが怖い
I especially hate it when I have multiple series running at the same time that kind of touch on similar topics. It's that weird suck noise. But like I really hate when multiple things kind of play off of each other, and I have to deal with the same bullshit twice. Just got done crying about something not too dissimilar to this. I don't need you to do it again with my fucking favorite thing on the planet. You bastards, Front Wing. I hate you. I love you, but you're the worst. You're great. But fuck you. Love you dearly. Make me your ambassador. Give me all of the Meech merch. But also you're a dick. I'm just gonna throw that out there. It's just fucking upsetting. As Michiru pets the cat's head and emits a noisy rumbling purr.
朝の来ない夜はないだよね
Yeah, fuck. Just, yeah. It's always darkest just before the dawn. And shit. And her voice as she speaks those words is slightly brighter than before. How does that one go? There's no night without a dawn, and the No rain that doesn't end. True enough, but even if the sun gets sick of rising, as long as you're yourself, your world isn't going to get any smaller. Who cares about the rain? Morning and night have nothing to do with it. It's all you.
そうですか。そうですか。そうですか。あんたね、ちょっとあれでしょ。私のこと誤解しちゃったでしょ。本当はか弱い女の子だとか思ったでしょ。それは全部あれだ。嘘ですからね、ビッシー。
Just as I notice that her eye is grown slightly red, Michiru begins snorting through her nose and shouting transparent nonsense at me. This girl really needs to learn how to deal with her emotions a little more calmly. No need to force it.
無理なんてしてないもん。だから今ここで話したこととか、したこととかは忘れなさいよね。
Stuff we did? By which you mean unilaterally clinging session?
聞こえませんっていうか抱きついてません。とにかくね、あんた女の子の部屋に男が入ってくるとかありえないんですけど。
No need to, not to repeat myself, but you're the one who...
いいから出てって。早くもう待てない。それなら私が出ていきますんが。
As Michiru stomps off towards the door, the cat follows at a dignified pace. He'll just do a little march out the door. Little bad Kyle marched out the way. Da-da-da-da-da, he's a super cool dude. Holding his tail straight up in the air. Forgot your broom. How about a radio? While you're at it, I hear the delivery service industry is booming.
誰が魔女よ。クロは女を美しく見せるって金髪の私に喧嘩売ってんの？
The way I see it, blonde or black is beyond the point. What's beautiful is beautiful. Right, for example.
それって例えば
Now he might be about to spin some bullshit and play a trick on you. Tell you right now, not here. You, 100%. 1,000 goddamn billion %. Just fucking through the fucking roof. Fuck everything else. You, baby girl. For example, the cat. Told you. He was gonna do it. I tried to counter it a little bit. I only had so much effect though. Again, the fiction thing makes it a pain in the ass. Yeah, I got it. I'll be out in a minute. The worst. As I said, I leave. What now? Baby girl, I'm gonna brag to everyone. I got to snuggle with the Muffin Man. Not the Muffin Man, who lives on Drury Lane. Well, looking back on this little visit, I've resolved exactly nothing. I achieved formal confirmation of Michiru's problem, but little else. The rough equivalent of shifting a heavy load on your back from the right shoulder to the left. That said, I'm not intending to take further proactive measures at the moment. Michiru is the only one who can truly resolve her problems. Maybe external aid can help provide her with a temporary crutch, but that'll only make things harder for a girl when she helps her find herself alone again. And it doesn't have to necessarily be temporary, and it doesn't have to fix her problem, but you can do what you can to help. When you try to save someone, often as not you succeed only in stroking your own ego. Rather than scooping them up in your arms, you should be providing a push from behind, assuming, of course, they want your help in the first place. And I mean, you're not wrong, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try to assist someone either. Again, it kind of fits into that Kato Shoujo thing I was talking about last time, or not this batch of episodes, but the one before, where it's like the idea of not trying to fix someone, but being willing to help them, being willing to be there for them, to be, I don't know, to just accept them, to do what you can. You don't have to fix them, you don't have to save them. They're not some damsel in distress. She is obviously in distress, and I believe the term would still be a damsel of some kind. But you don't have to be that for them. Sometimes you just need to be there. Sometimes you just need to try a little. And that's enough. Guess I really should get going. Leave the sweet swelling room behind, having gained little there but a fresh coat of cat hair on my socks. Oh, fuck.
私ってば用事に行ってやったわけよ。今度部屋に入ってきたらつま先をつまみ上げてやるぞってね。
I just want to see where this goes. That's enough. Fucking. I don't even know. But. Yeah. Fuck. This was a day. Again, I wanted to record other things too, but. Nah, man. Michiru all the way. Anyway. With that, I'm gonna call it quits for the night. I want to say a huge thank you to you guys. I appreciate you as always. Hope you guys are still enjoying your time here and putting up with my constant interruptions and slow pace. But, if nothing else, let's just pretend. It's not even really pretending. But let's just use the explanation of, I'm trying to savor every last fucking second. Because I am. I really do fucking love her, and I really hope we can do anything to help her. Again, we don't gotta fix her, but anything we can possibly do to help. Because more smiley Michiru is always best. Anyway, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, give it some love, please, please, please. As always, as I mentioned, there's all the other stuff going on with the channel. And yeah, just thanks again. Bye, guys. Fuck. I don't like it, man.